No, Brother Dan, you got something you want to
Yeah,
say?
well, one thing I would tell you, sister, is if this is the person that you feel God has called you to be with, you got to pray because you got to really, really, truly pray because see, I know when I was in masonry, and I didn't know no better, right? And what I'm saying, all I knew is that I was in it, but I wasn't renouncing it or anything of that nature. And if one for somebody praying for me, I'd have never saw the light in it. And I would just recommend you to tell your fiance to begin to study. All you got to do is just do research. All you got to do is do research, and then he'll find the truth. And I asked him this right here. When the last time we've been to his organization, they taught him about Jesus?
And like I said, if he don't get it, don't marry him. Next question.
Yeah, why the distinction, between Masons and the Shriners? And is there a distinction in the natural as far as like economical class or something like that? And is there a distinction in the spirit?
Well, it's a little both, in the Shriners and Masonry, whereas you cannot be a Shriner unless you are a 32nd degree Mason. So in other words, you got to go through 32 degrees of Masonry before you can even think about being a Shriner. And so, and the distinction is this right here. It's supposed to be a higher enlightenment. It's a high enlightenment. And what I've learned, in other words, thinking back on how once I became a 32nd degree Mason and did my little blood oath of my blood thing, then what the Holy Ghost revealed to me, that's when the devil really feel like he got you. And then once that right there has been achieved, then now he takes away the word from you and bring forth the Quran. And and in the Quran, they acknowledge Jesus just as another prophet, another person just like Muhammad. And so, then, in other words, the enemy feels like he really have you then. So, in other words, there's no way for you to find Jesus because now you've been brainwashed to think that you've gone to another level. Really, you've just gone deeper down.
Let's go to the next question. We only have a little bit of time, so we want to try to get as many questions in, so we're going to keep it short.
My question is, I heard you say that the question was, how did you get out of it? And I heard you say Jesus. And I done heard also you say references to drinking and getting high and all this other stuff. So if that is so active, and I heard also something said in reference to pastors that are Masons, they preaching the gospel and got a secret book. So if that's going on like that, I want to know what level of did you have to go through actual deliverance in reference to getting the devil cast out of you? And it must have been a legion of them. It couldn't have been just one little down low demon or one little drinking demon or one little.
I need to tell that.
I need to know.
You don't need that in his testimony. That's mine.
All right.
Well, yes, like you said, coming out, you realize that, hey, once you realize that, hey, this is not the truth, this is not Jesus, then that still don't say the devil gonna leave you alone. Because you've made certain oath, you said obligation, you said all these things, pulling all these things in with. Now the enemy feel like they have legal right to stay on the inside of you. And so it took prayer and it took deliverance and I'm just saying through every degree is certain things that you would say. So in every degree I had to renounce, not only to renounce, but then every spirit that was assigned to me revealed unto my wife who was praying for me by the Holy Ghost, that is what was cast out of me. And also things that were revealed unto me that was assigned to me in every degree.
Okay, we got another question.